Building children's word knowledge. Capable students' vocabularies grow at an astonishing rate, about 3,000 to 4,000 words a year, or roughly 8 to 10 new words every day. By the time they graduate from high school, their vocabularies reach 25,000 to 50,000 words or more. And these children learn the meanings of words by being immersed in an environment that's rich with words through lots of daily independent reading, teacher read-alouds, and explicit instruction. Academic vocabulary refers to words that are frequently used in language arts, social studies, science, and math. These are the words found in books and textbooks students read in school. Students' knowledge of academic vocabulary is part of their background knowledge and affects their school success. So words are categorized into 3 levels or tiers. Tier 1 are basic words, common, social, conversational. Tier 2 are academic vocabulary, which are wide application in school. Tier 3 are specialized terms, which are technical and content specific. Young English learners may require explicit vocabulary instruction. Sometimes words must be translated for them. Tier 1 words are the easiest for English language learners to learn. They're known words in their native language. Tier 2 words, you have to pre-teach these prior to reading or being read to. And Tier 3 words are limited in usefulness. They're used when needed, introduced with explicit instruction, and word study activities. Students develop word knowledge through repeated exposure. Word knowledge spans across 4 different levels. Level 1 is the unknown word. Students don't recognize this word. Level 2 is initial recognition. Students have seen, heard, or can pronounce this word, but they do not know the meaning. Level 3 is partial word knowledge. Students know one meaning and can use it in a sentence. And then level 4 is the full word knowledge. Students know more than one meaning and can use it in several ways. Word consciousness is students' interest in learning and using words. Word consciousness is essential for vocabulary growth. Word-conscious students use words skillfully. They understand nuances of word meanings. They gain a deep appreciation of words and value them. They are aware of differences between social and academic language. They understand the power of word choice, and they're motivated to learn the meanings of unfamiliar words. Vocabulary knowledge and reading achievement are closely related. Students with large vocabularies are more capable readers. Students who are exposed to reading from an early age have larger vocabularies and are more prepared for reading instruction. Once students become fluent readers, reading widely is the most important way they learn new words. Better readers do more reading, and those books have more sophisticated words. In order to develop full word knowledge, students need to learn more about words and their meanings. They need to understand synonyms, the same or nearly the same meanings, antonym, words with the opposite meanings, homonyms, words that sound alike or are spelled alike. Homophones sound alike but are spelled differently, like two, and two. Homographs are spelled alike but pronounced differently. Homographic homophones sound alike and are spelled alike but have multiple meanings. The idea that multiple meanings of a word, because whether they're in a noun or verb form, figurative meanings, metaphorical or idioms, and comparisons. Simple comparisons using like or as a metaphor. Stronger comparisons implies one is the other. Effective vocabulary instruction should include immersing students in words through listening, talking, reading, and writing. That balanced approach to literacy. Teaching specific words through active involvement and multiple encounters is that authentic application of understanding words that are being taught. Teaching word learning strategies so students can figure out the meanings of unfamiliar words, explicit instruction, and developing students' word consciousness are all effective vocabulary instruction. Word walls are useful resources for students to use when writing and spelling. Word walls might contain interesting, confusing, or important words that students are learning. Word walls should represent all 3 tiers of words. And word walls should be a living part of the classroom and used every day, and students should be allowed to add words to the word wall. Explicit instruction. Teachers explicitly teach students about specific words and usually the tier 2 words. Instruction should be rich, deep, and extended. Teachers should provide multiple encounters with words. Teachers present a variety of information about words, including definitions, examples, context, and related words. Teachers considered what students already know, that background knowledge. And teachers use many lessons to teach specific words and other vocabulary concepts, and to maybe revisit those different words that children are struggling to understand. Students use word study activities to visualize, categorize, and investigate words. These might be word posters, word maps, dramatizing words, word sorts, word chains, and semantic feature analysis. Word learning strategies include using context clues, where you look at the words and sentences surrounding a new word. Teachers model this when reading aloud. Talk through how you're trying to learn a new word within the context. 6 types of context clues are definition, example illustration, contrast, logic, looking at root words and affixes, and grammar application. And not analyzing word parts, that students use knowledge of prefixes, suffixes, and root words to figure out longer words. Checking a dictionary. Dictionary definitions are more useful when students are vaguely familiar with the word's meaning. So you can use a dictionary to really target exactly what that word means. Incidental word learning. Students learn words incidentally all the time. Research indicates that reading is the single largest source of vocabulary growth for students, especially after 3rd grade. Hopefully, students are reading and writing fluently by 4th grade, and 4th grade is when you start learning all those different academic vocabulary, right? You're really learning specific content words. The amount of time students spend reading independently is the best predictor of vocabulary growth between 2nd and 5th grade. Incidental word learning occurs in the following contexts: independent reading and reading aloud to students. You as an educator should read aloud to your students at least twice a week. It would be great to be able to do it every week. You'd be modeling fluency, grammar use, new vocabulary, even through upper grades. Even in high school, students should be read to. Assessing students' word knowledge is difficult because there aren't any grade level standards identifying which words students should know. Students are always moving into deeper levels of word knowledge as they gradually learn new words. Monitoring students' independent reading allows teacher to informally assess vocabulary. Using the instruction assessment cycle, teachers observe students during word study activities, mini lessons, discussions, story retelling, conferences, and presentations. Remember that instruction assessment cycle is planning, monitoring, evaluating, and reflecting. If students struggle, identify the problems by asking children to explain the meanings of new words, locate the word on the word wall, pronounce the word, use the word in conversation, and use them in writing. Emphasis on vocabularies, draw their attention to new words. Pre-teach vocabulary and involve them in interactive games. Remember, make it playful, just like phonemic awareness. You want children to enjoy working with words. So if they are struggling, it still needs to be enjoyable. Collaborate with classmates to investigate new words and complete posters and projects to incorporate new vocabulary in written work. Thanks, everyone. See you online.